Hi, I'm Jody Millhouse. I'm from Thornton Hundred. I'm here today at the Bike Shed 2019 with my 2017 Ducati Panigale 1299. This bike came about as a completely standard Ducati 1299. I only had 1,000 miles on it, and I thought that if I'm going to build something, I'm going to build a showstopper. Basically, when I got it into the workshop, I pulled it apart and I noticed that the engine was actually quite pretty. You never really get to see an engine on a Panigale 1299. So when I pulled the bike apart, I wanted to build it back up with as little parts on it as possible to really retain that naked look. So starting at the front of the bike, I made all of the mudguard on the English wheel. This is actually cantilevered, so it's only supported by one side. We've got the Öhlins forks and the 3D printed headlight. I CAD designed this all myself from scratch, so you'll notice in there is an air filter. The bike needs to be able to breathe as it produces 220 horsepower, so if we're going to ram a light in there, unfortunately it can't breathe. So I wanted to retain some sort of MotoGP inspired sort of winglets on the side here. So this was all aluminium, built from scratch. Actually under here houses a lot of the electronics. A lot of people have been asking me all weekend, where is everything on it? So it has all of its standard Ducati sensors on it. It still has its traction control, it's anti-wheelie, so it's still a safe bike to ride. So we have the standard dash here. We've got the Renthal and Telly levers and all the Renthal clip-ons with the Motor Gadget bar end indicators. We have the pure grey, which is a Volkswagen colour paint. And again, we have the naked engine. You'll notice we're missing a fair few radiators at the front, and that is because around the other side we have an oil cooler. That is just something a little bit different. Having this oil cooler here allowed us to basically tidy up the whole front end and not have hoses and cables and wires everywhere. So it's just a little bit neater, a lot more lightweight. So I 3D printed prototyped the exhaust flanges up under here, and I built this titanium exhaust using a pie cut system, and I built the whole exhaust off the prototyped flanges. There's about 70 hours worth of work in the exhaust. I made the little end caps here with the hexagons in, and it matches the sort of hexagon pattern on the seat. And the seat sits on top of a CAD designed billet aluminium subframe, and this was machined in two parts and welded together with the light set into the rear here. Just makes it a little bit more special. I wanted to retain the round back end with the round exhaust here. So if you come around this side, you can see I'm running the Öhlins shock. The Duca bike CNC linkages here, so it's all adjustable, the AEM rear sets, all the Renthal chain, everything supplied by B&C Express. And you'll notice the bike's actually running slicks as well. So as you can see, they've had a bit of heat through them, so this bike does actually get used. It's not just a show queen. So that's my bike, the Panigale 1299. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bike Shed YouTube channel. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to hear what this bike sounds like with the titanium exhaust. So I'm just going to start it up.